God says, "I am trying to save you from a very big accident. Please don't skip me. It's very urgent. If you skip God now, you will bear responsibility for what's about to happen. So listen to me now before it's too late. This is not just a message you stumbled upon. This is not by chance or coincidence. This is a divine interruption. God is stepping into your moment right now, with urgency, with love, with fire in his voice, trying to pull you out from something that you cannot yet see but that he already knows. He is trying to save you from a very big accident, one that could change your life forever if you miss his voice now. There is something you need to hear, something you need to know, and something you must not ignore. Please, let this be the moment you stop scrolling and let God speak. His hand is reaching for you, and his warning is not to scare you but to save you. Before we go any further, if you feel this in your heart, comment Amen to declare you receive this with faith. You may not understand what is happening behind the scenes of your life, but God does. He sees the hidden danger. He sees the silent enemy. He sees the pit that was dug for you. And in his love, he is trying to pull you back before you take a step too far. His voice today is not one of guilt. It is not one of fear, but of deep, fatherly love. The kind of love that won't stay silent when you're in danger. The kind of love that will shout over the noise of your day just to keep you from walking into a storm that will try to destroy you. This is urgent because your soul matters, your destiny matters, and your life matters more than you know. God is not trying to control you. He is trying to cover you. He is not trying to limit you. He is trying to lift you. And when he says, "Don't skip me," he's not saying it for his sake, but for yours. Because something is coming. Something is moving. And unless you are anchored in him now, you will not stand when it hits. But if you stay close, if you listen now, if you hold on to his voice, no weapon formed against you will prosper, and nothing that was meant to take you out will succeed. If this has already touched your heart, please like this video so others can find it in time too. There are moments in life when God warns before he moves. There are seasons when God gives a loud whisper to stop you from heading into harm, and this is one of them. He is crying out to your heart because you are his, you are chosen, you are deeply loved. And whether you feel strong or weak, close or far, he knows your name and he's calling it right now. Maybe you've been distracted. Maybe you've been discouraged. Maybe you've started slipping into silence. But the accident he's talking about may not even be something physical. It could be spiritual collapse, emotional breakdown, a betrayal, a spiritual trap, a deep fall into sin. And God, being the Father he is, refuses to watch it unfold without trying to stop it. This is the grace that protects when we don't know we need protection. This is the love that blocks a path we thought we wanted, only to realize it would have destroyed us. This is the presence of God surrounding you, warning you not to move without him, not to drift away, not to turn your heart to things that cannot keep you. He is not mad at you. He's not disappointed in you. He's fighting for you. Even now, his angels have been dispatched around you. His spirit is tugging on your heart. His word is echoing through your life right now. And though the world may be loud, he is louder when he speaks like this. Do not ignore this moment. It may seem small, but it's not. Because eternity often hides in quiet nudges. What you choose to do right now may change what happens next. Not because God is trying to threaten you, but because God has already seen what is waiting around the corner. And he loves you too much to let you walk into it blind. Maybe you've been ignoring the still voice. Maybe you've silenced your prayer life. Maybe you've been playing with things you know are pulling you away. And the Father, in mercy and truth, is saying, come back now, stop, look again, pray again, listen again, trust me again. Because I'm trying to save you from what you cannot yet see. But I see it clearly. He is calling you to himself, not just so you survive what's ahead, but so you grow stronger than what's coming. He doesn't just rescue, he restores. He doesn't just pull you back, he lifts you higher. But you must not let this moment pass. Not every warning is repeated, not every whisper comes again. And if you keep putting him off, the pain you were never meant to feel may come crashing in. But if you respond now, you can avoid the trap, you can skip the sorrow, and you can walk in the peace of the one who holds time in his hands. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. You are the one he's trying to reach. You are the one he sees walking toward the edge, and he's saying, stop now, turn around now, come back into my arms now. Because if you do, you will be safe. The storm will pass over you, the trap will close but not on you, the attack will come but will not touch your soul, because my hand will cover you. There are people who didn't listen when he warned them. There are souls who walked away when he called, and some of them are still living in the consequences of that silence. But you, if you still hear his voice, you have a chance. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too confused. If your heart still beats and your spirit still aches for him, that's proof he's not done with you yet. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. He knows the days ahead. He knows the people who will fail you. He knows the wrong road that looks right. And he is saying, stay with me now, cling to me now, trust me now, and I will carry you. You may not see what he's saving you from, but when you look back one day, you will fall to your knees and thank him for the very thing you attempted to skip, because God does not lie. And when he says danger is ahead, believe him. When he says I'm saving you, believe him. And when he says this is urgent, drop everything and listen. God is with you right now. His eyes are full of compassion. His hands are full of power. His voice is full of truth. And his heart is full of love for you. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to follow the one who already has. He is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be willing. He is not asking you to fix it. He is asking you to give it to him. So right now, breathe, listen, stay, and let him finish what he started in you. Comment 1111 if you believe he is speaking to you right now. When God says, I'm trying to save you from a very big accident, he's not being dramatic. He's being merciful. You have no idea how many traps the enemy has already set. You don't know the full weight of what was about to hit you, but God does. That's why he is calling so urgently, pulling at your heart, not to frighten you but to awaken you before it's too late. Some of the greatest mercies from God come in the form of a blocked door. Some of his biggest blessings show up as delays, setbacks, even heartbreaks. Because if you would have gotten what you were chasing, it would have broken you. If that person stayed, if that job came through, if that road had opened, it would have pulled you out of alignment and into disaster. So now he's saying, listen to me before you take another step. Sit with me. Let me guide you. Let me cover you. Let me take the wheel. You were never meant to carry all of this alone, and if you keep pressing forward without me, the burden will crush you. But with me, no weapon can stand. He is not telling you to be afraid, he is telling you to be alert. This is a divine rescue, a holy interception. You are not watching this by chance. You were supposed to hear this, right here, right now. There is an assignment against you, but God has already gone ahead of it, and He is positioning your spirit to hear the alarm before it rings. He's trying to soften your heart, steady your feet, and plant you deep in His presence so that no storm can shake you. You may feel weak right now. You may be battling silently. Maybe you've been hiding your tears, smiling in front of others while breaking behind closed doors. God sees that. And even more than seeing, He's stepping into it. He's not asking you to fake strength. He's asking you to lean into His. You don't need to pretend to be okay when you are not. You don't need to hold yourself together when you're falling apart. The Father who created you, who breathed life into your lungs, is not shocked by your pain. He is moved by it. God is reaching into your tomorrow right now to pull you out of the trap that has been waiting for you. That accident might not be a car crash. It might be a spiritual derailment. It might be an emotional explosion. It might be a door that looks good, but will lead you straight into bondage. And that's why He's warning you with such clarity. Because He loves you, because He knows what's coming, and because He wants you to walk into the fullness of what He prepared for you without being destroyed by what the enemy designed to distract you. Maybe you were about to settle for less than what God planned. Maybe you were about to trust the wrong person. Maybe you were heading into a situation thinking you were strong enough to handle it, but He knows you're not ready. Not because you're weak, but because you're still healing, and you deserve more than what you were about to run into. The love you were chasing was going to leave you empty. The approval you were seeking was going to exhaust you. But He's calling you back to Himself, to that place where your soul finds peace, where your heart can rest, where your mind can finally breathe. There are some seasons where God doesn't whisper. He shouts. He raises His voice not to scare us, but to wake us. This is one of those seasons. And if you hear Him now, don't harden your heart. Don't shrug it off. Don't tell yourself it's nothing. This is your lifeline. This is His grace. And what you do with this moment matters more than you realize. You don't have to understand everything. You just need to stay close to Him. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be present. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to be willing to follow His lead. The accident He's trying to save you from might still be far away, but your obedience right now will decide whether you face it or avoid it altogether. And if you stay with Him, His protection will surround you like a shield, and nothing formed against you will stand. He is the same God who parted the sea for Moses, who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who walked through fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That same God is with you right now. He is not distant. He is not disconnected. He is standing by your side, speaking life, covering your path, lighting up your steps, and whispering truth into the chaos that has been trying to drown you. And He is saying this with all the urgency of heaven. Do not skip me now, because what you're about to face without me will break you, but what you're about to overcome with me will build you into something unshakable. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. You are not too far to be rescued. You are not too damaged to be restored. You are not too messy to be loved. You are the one He's been waiting for. You are the one He's speaking to. And He is not giving up on you. You may have given up on yourself. You may have let go of your own hand, but God hasn't. He still believes in the future He wrote for you. He still knows how to carry you through the valley. He still knows how to calm the storm and lift your head when you can't find the strength to stand. So let go of whatever is pulling you away. Surrender whatever is stealing your peace, and run back to the voice of the one who calls you by name, because the warning is not meant to scare you, it's meant to save you. And the one who is speaking it loves you more than you will ever know. Comment 222 if you trust this is God protecting you right now. When he says don't skip me, he's not warning you from a distance. He is walking right next to you, holding your hand, guiding your heart, and speaking to your soul, so that your next step does not lead into pain but into promise. This is not a season to rush. This is not a season to run blindly. This is the season to pause and listen like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. You don't know what's forming behind closed doors. You don't know what the enemy is planning, but God does. And the accident he's saving you from may not be just a crash in your physical life. It could be a loss of purpose, a collapse of faith, a breakdown in your identity. An attack so subtle that you won't even know it was danger until it's too late. That's why God is speaking now, loud and clear, to awaken your spirit and realign your path. Sometimes, what God is protecting you from is disguised as everything you thought you wanted. That relationship you keep running back to, the one you've cried over countless times, is not your healing, it's your distraction. That opportunity that seems perfect on the outside but brings anxiety every time you get close to it, is not your blessing, it's your test. That path you are forcing to open, even though every door keeps shutting, is not your future, it's a detour from it. And the longer you push past God's voice, the closer you get to the very accident he's trying to block. But his love is relentless. His mercy keeps chasing you, and he will keep speaking until your heart softens and you finally understand this is not punishment, this is protection. You are not being denied, you are being delivered, you are not being delayed. You are being preserved for something greater. There is a reason the fire didn't consume you. There is a reason the heartbreak didn't finish you. There is a reason the betrayal didn't destroy you. It's because God has been guarding you, even when you didn't know you were in danger. He saw the tears you never shared. He felt the weight you never told anyone about. And even now, he's fighting battles for you in the unseen realm, breaking chains you never even knew were wrapped around you. This is how deeply he loves you. He will interrupt your plans to protect your soul. He will close doors you begged him to open, because he sees what's behind them. He will pull people out of your life because he knows their presence would poison your purpose. He will bring silence to your chaos so that you can finally hear his voice again. You may not understand the silence. You may be hurting in the waiting. You may be grieving the loss of what you thought was yours. But in the hands of God, nothing is ever wasted. Every no leads to a greater yes. Every shut door leads to a safer path. Every delay builds a deeper faith. And right now, he is calling you to trust him more than your feelings, more than your fears, more than your own understanding. Because your eyes see the surface, but his eyes see the spirit. And when he says danger is ahead, you need to believe him. This is the hour to return to the secret place, to find your knees again, to open your Bible again, to sit in the stillness and cry if you need to, but cry with him. Pray even when the words feel dry. Listen even when the noise of life screams louder, because if you tune into him now, he will show you what to avoid, what to wait for, and what to prepare for. He is never late, and he is never unclear when your heart is fully surrendered. You may feel like you're in a season of confusion, but what if that confusion is actually conviction in disguise, trying to lead you back to the truth you've been drifting from? God doesn't let those he loves walk into destruction without a warning. He never abandons his own. He is a good father, a defender, a healer, a protector. And this is your chance to lean into him before the wave hits. not when the damage is done, not when you're left picking up the pieces, but now, before the accident even unfolds, while he's still extending his hand, waiting for you to take hold of him with both hands. He is not distant from your pain. He is near to the broken-hearted. He is not too holy to touch your mess. He is the one who steps into it with you and brings you out. He will not shame you for the things you let in. He will help you walk out of them, healed and whole. But you must stop ignoring the signs. You must stop convincing yourself that you're okay when you're spiritually starving. You must stop pretending that the numbness is normal. It's not. It's your spirit crying out for a touch of God, for an awakening, for a fresh wind from heaven to restore what the world has drained from you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. God has not changed. His power is still the same. His presence is still near. His promise is still alive. And his voice is still speaking. The only question is, will you listen before it's too late? Will you stay close before the danger becomes damage? Will you return now while there's still time to be rescued from what was set against you? Comment 333 to declare your faith is still alive and your ears are open to hear him. The same God who saved Joseph from the pit, who delivered Esther from the enemy's plot, who rescued David from the hands of Saul, who raised Lazarus from the grave, he is the same God who is with you right now. And if he moved before, he will move again. If he protected before, he will protect again. If he rescued before, he will rescue again. And this time, it will be even greater than you imagined. When he says he's trying to save you from a very big accident, it's because there are things being planned in the spiritual realm that your physical eyes cannot see. And out of his deep, unshakable love for you, he's trying to reroute you before the collision ever happens. There are seasons when God hides you, not because you're forgotten, but because he's shielding you from something sent to damage your future. He will let doors remain shut, relationships fall apart, and plans dissolve not to hurt you, but to help you avoid something far worse. The trap you're upset about missing was never a blessing. The connection that ended was not a loss, it was an act of grace. You were headed into something that looked good, felt right, even made sense on the surface. But God saw the destruction on the other side, and in mercy, he stepped in and interrupted it. If you're feeling confused right now, if you've been asking why everything seems to be falling apart, or why things just don't feel right anymore, this is why. God is not letting you go forward, because forward, in that direction, would take you into a very big accident. That accident might not be a car crash or a public disaster. It might be a devastating decision, a heart connection that poisons your purpose, a cycle of sin that pulls you so far from God that you lose sight of who you are. And because he loves you too much to let you slip away, he's raising his voice now. This is your turning point. This is the moment where you decide to stop asking God to bless your way and start asking him to show you his. You've been trying to make it work. You've been praying for open doors. But God is saying, if I open that door, it will destroy you. You are asking me for comfort, but I am giving you correction. You are asking me to move things forward, but I am telling you to pause, because danger lies ahead if you keep pressing on without me. He never warns without a reason. He never speaks without purpose. His timing is perfect, even when it interrupts your plans. And the fact that you are here, listening right now, is proof that he hasn't given up on you. He's still fighting for you. He still has his hand over your life. You may have strayed, you may have gotten tired, you may even feel numb, but he hasn't walked away. His love didn't lessen, his promise didn't vanish. He's just been waiting for you to be still enough to hear him clearly again. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to ignore this, to scroll past it, to think it doesn't apply to you. But deep down, you know this is God. You know this is more than coincidence. You know this is your moment to wake up and say, "Lord, I'm listening, I surrender. I don't want to walk another step without your direction." Comment 555 if your spirit feels the urgency of this word. The plans of the enemy are often dressed in beauty. They appeal to your emotions. They draw you in with promises of success, love, excitement, or freedom. But underneath the surface lies manipulation, confusion, heartbreak, and spiritual death. That's why God is cutting off certain things before you ever fully step into them. He is saving you from soul ties that would have drained your peace, from choices that would have stolen your joy, from paths that look like destiny but are filled with distraction. Even in Scripture, God warned his people before disaster struck. He told Noah before the flood. He warned Lot before Sodom fell. He instructed Joseph in dreams before danger came. He whispered to Mary before the child was born. And he's speaking to you now, just as clearly. This is not your imagination. This is not anxiety. This is the voice of your Creator telling you to pause, look again, and follow him before you walk into something you were never meant to carry. You might be saying, "But it hurts. It feels like loss. It feels like rejection. It feels like everything is falling apart." But what feels like falling apart is actually God holding you together. What feels like rejection is actually protection. What feels like the end might just be the beginning of your real purpose. You are not alone in this. God's Spirit is surrounding you right now. He is wrapping you in a covering that goes deeper than anything the world can offer. You might be tired, but he's not. You might be weak, but he's strong. And in this very moment, he is whispering, "I've got you. Just trust me." Trust him even when you don't understand. Trust him when the answers don't come quickly. Trust him when the road doesn't make sense. Because if he's saving you from something now, it's only because he's preparing you for something greater. He doesn't take without giving more. He doesn't delay without purpose. And he never disappoints those who wait on him with surrendered hearts. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There are blessings that are coming that you wouldn't believe even if he told you. There are miracles lining up that are beyond anything your mind could have created, but you can't reach them through your own shortcuts. You can't step into them with disobedience in your heart. You must choose him above all. You must choose his voice over the noise. You must trust his timing over your own urgency. He sees your potential. He knows what he placed inside you. And he's not going to let you waste your life on things that look good but lead nowhere. He's pulling you higher. He's calling you deeper. And yes, it will cost you something. But what he's saving you from is nothing compared to what he's saving you for. So stop running, stop numbing, stop pretending you're okay when you know you've drifted. Turn your heart back to the one who formed it. Cry out if you need to. Surrender it all if you must. But whatever you do, don't ignore this moment. Don't silence the Spirit. Don't skip the voice of God. Because this may be the very moment that shifts everything. He is not done with you. He is not finished writing your story. And what comes next will be full of restoration, beauty, healing, and breakthrough, but only if you stay close and follow the warning with obedience. His hand has been over your life even when your eyes couldn't see it. And right now, he is still speaking with urgency, saying, I am trying to save you from a very big accident. Do not skip me. Some of the most dangerous moments in life are the ones that look ordinary on the outside. A simple decision, a small compromise, a quiet disobedience, one conversation, one click. One moment where you choose to ignore the pull of God in exchange for something that feels easier, quicker, safer. But these moments are never small in eternity's eyes. These are the hinges that swing open the door to either peace or destruction. And today, God is standing at that very door, holding it shut, saying, do not go through this without me. He knows how close you've been to the edge. He knows what thoughts have tried to settle in your mind. He knows what temptations have tried to seduce your heart. And even now, His mercy is louder than your fear. His love is stronger than your weakness. His voice is clearer than the lies that have been circling your soul. This is not the time to pull away. This is the time to press in, because He is trying to stop something that you don't even realize is coming. This accident could be the collapse of your joy, the breakdown of your home, the ruin of your character. It could be the loss of your anointing, the weakening of your spiritual guard, or the slow drift away from the presence of God that ends in a cold, hollow heart, and He refuses to let that happen without giving you every chance to return. That's why you're still hearing His voice now. That's why your heart is still open enough to feel this. That's why your spirit is being stirred to come closer. Comment 1212 if you feel God pulling you back to safety. The most powerful thing you can do right now is stop pretending you don't hear Him. Stop explaining away the unrest in your soul. Stop calling His voice coincidence. There is no coincidence in the kingdom of God. There is only purpose, and this moment is dripping with it, because this may be the final warning before the storm. Not because God is trying to frighten you, but because He's trying to free you. If He didn't love you, He'd stay silent. But because He loves you, He's shouting now. He is shouting through closed doors, through delayed plans, through broken connections, through sleepless nights, through heaviness you can't explain. That's not just life. That's not just stress. That's God. That's your Father, wrapping Himself around your soul and refusing to let you go any further until you return your full heart to Him. And what He wants to do in you is not small. He wants to cleanse you from what was dragging you down. He wants to wake up the dreams that have died. He wants to restore the parts of you that have been silent for too long. He wants to ignite your faith again and break the chains that have wrapped themselves around your mind, convincing you that you're stuck, that you've missed it, that it's too late. It is not too late. If you're still breathing, He's still working. If your heart is still tender, He's still speaking. If your spirit is still listening, He's still calling you into more. There is a rescue in motion right now, and God is the one orchestrating it. But you must stay close. You must resist the urge to drift. You must choose to obey even when it's uncomfortable. He is the God who protects in ways you'll never understand. He allows things to fall apart so that you don't fall apart later. He lets some people walk away so they don't pull you into places you were never meant to go. He holds back the thing you've been begging for, not to punish you, but to mature you, so that when the right thing comes, you can carry it with grace instead of breaking under its weight. This is a call to come home, not just physically but spiritually, to realign your focus, to let go of what's pulling you in the wrong direction, to release the things you've been holding above His voice. It could be a relationship, an addiction, a habit, a dream, or even your own plans. But whatever it is, if it's not submitted to God, it's not safe. And if it's not surrendered, it's a setup. You don't have to know how to let it go. You just have to be willing to let Him help you. That's the power of grace. It doesn't wait for you to have it all figured out. It meets you in the middle of your mess and walks you out of it, one step at a time. You don't need to clean yourself up. You just need to come back. You just need to say, God, I'm listening. I'm yours. I don't want to take another breath without you. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. He will flood your heart with peace. He will guard your soul with truth. He will restore what was broken and replace what was taken. And the accident you were about to walk into will be nothing more than a testimony of what could have happened if God didn't intervene. You won't even realize how much He protected you from until later, when you look back and say, "Thank you, God, for not letting me go down that road. Thank you for loving me enough to say no. Thank you for shutting what I was begging you to open. Thank you for speaking when I wasn't even listening." Right now, He's moving again. In the unseen, behind the curtain, inside your heart. You're not watching this by accident. You're being rescued. And what comes next will show you that even in your weakest hour, God never left your side. This isn't just about a single event. It's about a path that leads to brokenness if you stay on it without Him. You've been walking through days heavy with distraction, carrying burdens you weren't designed to hold. But God is stepping in right now to lift what has been crushing you and to remove you from what has been set up to break you. You may not realize how close the enemy was to pulling you under, but God stepped in first. And He is not only pulling you away from the danger, you are being drawn closer to your true calling. The accident might be spiritual dryness that keeps creeping in. It might be a secret temptation gaining more control over your heart. It might be emotional exhaustion that's making you more vulnerable than ever. But no matter what it is, God is ready to rescue you, not just from external trouble, but from the slow, invisible wear of walking without Him. He is saying clearly, "Don't skip me now, because what you walk into next without my covering could destroy you. But with me, you will walk through the fire and not be burned. You are chosen, you are seen, you are covered, and you are not forgotten." God's hand is still over your life, no matter what the last few days, months, or even years have looked like. He doesn't abandon those He calls. And He is not calling you to survive in chaos. He is calling you to thrive in His presence. But to do that, you must stop letting everything else distract you from His voice. His voice is life. His voice is protection. His voice is your direction. Comment 777 if you are ready to walk in the safety of His will. Sometimes, the rescue doesn't look like a miracle. It looks like a closed door. It looks like disappointment. It looks like people walking away. But every delay, every disconnection, every moment that didn't make sense was God working behind the curtain to set you apart. He saw the end from the beginning, and while you were wondering why things were falling apart, He was putting up a shield between you and destruction. You may have cried about the thing He removed. You may still feel the sting of what didn't happen. But if your heart knew what your spirit is just beginning to understand, you would thank Him for every no. You would weep in gratitude for every unanswered prayer that would have led you into something He never meant for you to carry. That's how good He is. He protects your future even when it costs you your comfort. There's a part of your soul that's tired. You've been walking through confusion, trying to make sense of why you don't feel settled, why peace has been slipping through your fingers, why it feels like you're close to something but also drifting. It's because you've been trying to hold God with one hand and the world with the other. And He loves you too much to let that last much longer. He wants your whole heart back. Not just the parts you're comfortable surrendering, not just your prayers at night or your quiet thoughts during the day. He wants the pieces you've been hiding, the pain you've been numbing, the secret sins that no one sees but are slowly pulling you out of alignment with His purpose for your life. This is not about shame, this is about freedom, real freedom. The kind that only comes when you choose to surrender everything instead of just what's easy. He wants to guard your life from the accident you can't see coming. But He also wants to restore your soul so deeply that the lies lose their power and the enemy loses his grip on you. He is standing over your life with a fierce and holy love, saying, "Come back under my wings. Come back to the place where you are safe, where your heart is healed, where your steps are ordered and your future is bright. Let me lead you again. Let me carry you where you cannot walk alone." Even now, heaven is making room for your return. The angels are standing ready to war on your behalf. And your Father is not distant. He's not passive. He is leaning in, calling your name with a voice filled with urgency and affection, waiting for your heart to answer with full surrender. You have not missed it. You have not gone too far. You are not too broken. The story is still being written, and the author is still holding the pen. But what you choose now matters. What you give God now will shape what happens next. Let go of whatever is in your hands that is not from Him. Release the bitterness. Release the guilt. Release the distractions. Lay down the pride that keeps telling you you're fine on your own. You weren't made to live this life without Him. And what He's about to do next in your life is too important for you to walk into it unprepared. He is covering you right now, shielding you from traps you didn't know were set, speaking peace into the middle of your war, placing angels on guard over your steps. You are being saved, even now. The very fact that you're here, reading these words, feeling your spirit respond, is proof that the rescue is already happening. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. That's not your thoughts running wild, that's the Holy Spirit alerting you, speaking softly but clearly, telling you that God is trying to save you from a very big accident. And even though your day may feel normal, and life may appear steady on the surface, there is a storm that God is blocking behind the scenes. And His one plea is this: don't skip me. You don't need to feel afraid. This isn't about fear. It's about alignment. It's about being where God needs you to be so you don't end up where the enemy tried to place you. You are loved, and because of that love, God won't stay silent while you walk toward a trap. He is fighting for your attention because He knows that every distraction, every compromise, every small step away from His voice leads somewhere. And without realizing it, you could be walking straight into a spiritual breakdown that leaves you numb, empty, and disconnected from your true identity. Comment 999 if you're choosing to realign your heart with God right now. The truth is, you've been under pressure. You've been quietly trying to hold everything together while something inside of you feels like it's drifting. You've kept moving, kept showing up, but you know deep down that you haven't been listening as closely as you used to. That fire in your heart used to burn stronger. Your prayers used to feel alive. Your worship used to bring tears. But lately it feels different, colder, quieter, heavier. This isn't judgment. This is invitation. God isn't condemning you. He's calling you. He's not angry that you've drifted. He's just longing to bring you back. That ache you've been feeling, that longing for something more, that sense that you've been distant even while doing everything right on the outside, that's your soul responding to the pull of heaven, the voice of the Father saying, "Come closer, I have more for you than this." When God warns you like this, it's never to shame you, it's always to save you. You might not be able to see the whole picture yet, but there are things forming in the dark that were designed to break you, and God is already standing between you and the enemy's plans. That's what His love looks like. It doesn't just feel good, it protects you. It corrects you. It pulls you out before you realize how close you were to falling. There's something sacred happening in you right now. As you pause, as you slow down to truly hear Him again, you're beginning to feel the weight of what He's been protecting you from. And even more than that, you're starting to see that this isn't just about what He's saving you from, it's about what He's saving you for. Because God never pulls you back without a purpose. He doesn't remove you from danger just to have you sit in the waiting. He rescues you so He can release you into something higher, something deeper, something purer. He's trying to free you from patterns that keep repeating. He's trying to break soul ties that drain your peace. He's trying to set you apart so He can pour fresh oil on your life, restore your clarity, and launch you into a season where you are walking in power and peace, not panic and confusion. But you must choose Him now. This is not the time to entertain what's pulling you away. This is not the time to flirt with the things you already know are draining your spirit. This is not the time to keep asking for signs while ignoring the sound of His voice that's already clear. This is the time to say, "Lord, I surrender." Fully, completely. No more half-hearted obedience. No more divided affections. I want you above all. Because the accident that's been circling your future isn't always loud. It doesn't always announce itself with chaos. Sometimes it comes quietly through the slow death of your spiritual sensitivity, through the dulling of your hunger for the Word, through the slow build of anxiety, compromise, and distraction. And suddenly, what used to feel wrong starts to feel normal. That's how it starts. But not today, not now, not when you're hearing God's voice this clearly. This is your rescue. This is God throwing the lifeline before you start drowning in a storm you didn't see coming. This is your Father standing between you and destruction, blocking the attack that was set in motion. And all He asks is this: stay close. Do not skip the process. Do not ignore the warning. Do not silence the whisper. Your life depends on your obedience now more than ever. You've been anointed for something sacred. You've been marked for something greater. That's why the battle has been so heavy lately. The enemy doesn't fight people who have no purpose. He comes hardest against those who carry the greatest calling. And if he can't destroy you with direct attack, he'll try to distract you with things that seem harmless, but lead you further and further from the voice of God. But you're not going to fall. You're not going to slip through the cracks. You're not going to walk into the accident. Because right now, you are returning. Right now, you are realigning. Right now, you are choosing to say, God, you have my heart again, my focus again, my steps again. And heaven is responding. He's going to surround you, strengthen you, remind you who you are. You're going to feel His presence again. You're going to hear His voice again. You're going to walk in the clarity you've been missing. And what the enemy meant for harm, God will use it to elevate your faith, sharpen your discernment, and launch you into the next chapter with more fire, more wisdom, and more strength than you've ever known. This is what it looks like when God rescues His child. This is what it sounds like when He speaks to save, not to scare. And this is what it feels like to know you are loved so fiercely, that heaven itself would pause everything just to get your attention in time? Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. He's been speaking through the cracks in your routine, in the quiet between your thoughts, and in the way your heart has started to feel uncomfortable, in places you used to feel peace. Because when God is trying to save you from a very big accident, He doesn't whisper so you can sleep through it. He calls out until your soul sits up and listens. This accident might not be something others would recognize. It could be the crumbling of your inner world, the slow drowning of your identity in things that can't hold you. It could be the compromise that starts small but ends with you looking in the mirror and no longer recognizing yourself. It could be that one decision you've been debating, the one that feels exciting but also feels off, because deep down you know God is not in it. But He is in this moment. He is present, watching over you, wrapping His mercy around you like a shield. You were seconds from walking into something designed to distract, to divide, and to destroy, but God blocked it. He stopped it. Not because you were perfect, but because you are His. You've been marked since the beginning, covered since before you could understand the weight of what was coming. And while you were too tired to pray, too numb to fight, too distracted to see the trap, He was already standing in the middle of it, breaking it apart for your sake. Comment 1010 if you know it's only His grace that's been keeping you safe all along. God is not just trying to stop you from pain, He is trying to move you into promise. That's what many people miss. When He warns, when He blocks something, when He closes a door, it's not rejection, it's redirection. Because He never just takes, He always trades. He removes what isn't right to make room for what is. He clears out what's toxic to make space for what's true. He pulls you away from what you wanted so you don't miss what you were created for. But you have to choose to stay under His covering. That means you can't just hear His voice and keep walking toward what you know isn't from Him. That means you stop asking Him to bless a path He's been trying to pull you off of. That means you say yes to His leading, even when your heart still wants what He said no to. Because protection only lasts as long as obedience remains. God cannot protect who pretends not to hear. This is the moment of clarity. This is the moment of return. Whatever it is that has had your heart distracted, God is calling you to release it. Whether it's a secret sin, a heavy relationship, a constant craving for validation, or the pressure to be everything to everyone, He is asking you to lay it down. Not because He wants less for you, but because He wants more. Real peace, real joy, real freedom. Not the shallow kind the world offers, the real kind that only comes when your life is rooted in Him. You've been walking around feeling the pressure to keep it all together, but you were never meant to carry this much. You've been trying to convince yourself it's not that serious, that you're strong enough to handle it, that it's just a phase, but the truth is, your soul is breaking in the places you've refused to surrender. And God sees that. He's not angry. He's not disappointed. He's just not going to stand by and watch you fall apart when He's already prepared a way out. This is the hour to choose Him over comfort, to choose obedience over opinion, to choose stillness over striving. This is the hour to run back to the secret place, not out of guilt, but out of hunger. Because nothing else will satisfy. You can keep chasing, performing, and pretending, but it won't fix the ache in your heart that only God can reach. He's not asking you to fix it all. He's just asking you to come as you are. messy, weary, half awake. He will meet you there. He will pick you up. He will clean what needs to be cleaned. He will heal what has been broken. But he needs your yes. He needs your surrender. He needs you to stop skipping him in the rush of life. This rescue is bigger than one warning. It's the beginning of a deeper healing, a restoration that goes beyond your behavior and into the root of your identity. Because you've forgotten who you are. You've been listening to too many voices that don't know the weight of your calling. You've been walking through rooms where you don't belong, trying to shrink yourself to fit. But God is not asking you to fit in. He's asking you to come out, to be separate, to be holy, to be still, and know that He is God and He is enough. He's not calling the perfect, He's calling the willing. He's not asking you to rise by your own strength. He's offering to lift you, but you must stop fighting the very hand that is trying to save you. You must stop turning back to what was only meant to teach you, not to keep you. The pain taught you, the loss shaped you, but now it's time to step forward and not return to the trap that once looked like home. This accident you're being saved from will be the very thing that one day becomes your testimony. You'll look back and see how close you were to settling, to falling, to being lost in something you thought you needed. And you will cry, not out of pain, but out of gratitude, because God never stopped pursuing you, never stopped warning you, never stopped loving you, even when you didn't have the words to love Him back. You are not just walking through random days. You are living in a story that heaven is watching. A story that hell has tried to interrupt, but a story that God is determined to finish with victory. That's why this moment matters so much. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now, before it's gone forever. You are not at the edge by mistake. You are not hearing this voice without purpose. You are standing at a turning point, and God is drawing a line not to push you away but to pull you in closer than you've ever been. He is not trying to stop your progress. He is trying to prevent your destruction. You've been moving fast, carrying decisions that feel urgent, burdens that feel unbearable, and choices that look tempting but are soaked in spiritual danger. And God is not silent. He is pleading in love. Don't skip me now. The accident is closer than you think, not because God wants it to happen, but because the enemy has tried to plant it right in your path. Maybe it's emotional collapse. Maybe it's giving your heart to the wrong person again. Maybe it's spiritual numbness that turns into complete disconnection from His presence. Whatever form it takes, it has one goal: to pull you out of alignment with God and place you in a place of confusion, regret, and sorrow. But right now, God is reaching for your heart so you never have to know that pain. He is speaking clearly, louder than your distractions, deeper than your fear, stronger than your anxiety. This isn't just a passing word. It's a divine intervention. He is stepping in before you step into something you weren't meant to carry. And it's not because He's trying to control your life. It's because He treasures it. He formed you with purpose. He shaped your story with His hands. And He refuses to stay silent while the enemy tries to rob you of what was written for you. Comment 1515 if you're holding on to God's protection and trusting His timing over everything. The days ahead of you are not just ordinary. They are critical, not just for your safety, but for your destiny. You have no idea what God is preparing for you. Doors that are about to open, people who are about to enter your life, blessings that are being positioned in ways you can't yet see. But if the enemy can distract you now, if he can get you off course now, if he can fill your hands with things that weren't meant for you, then you won't have the strength or the room to receive what's coming. That's why obedience matters more now than ever. This isn't about rules. This is about protection. This is about wisdom. This is about love. God is not saying, "Don't skip me," because he's insecure. He's saying it because he's invested in your future, in your healing, in your wholeness. He's trying to save your joy. He's trying to save your peace. He's trying to save your future marriage, your calling, your health, your clarity, your connection with him. He sees what the wrong relationship could do to your heart. He sees what one compromise could do to your faith. He sees how one distraction could pull you out of alignment, and even though you feel like you're okay now, he knows what's waiting down the road. That's why he won't let you go. That's why he keeps bringing this word back to your heart, because he would rather you be temporarily uncomfortable than eternally broken. And if you're wondering why everything has felt heavy lately, why some things you used to enjoy now feel empty, why your spirit seems unsettled, even though everything looks fine, that's the Holy Spirit, refusing to let you settle. He's stirring you, convicting you, calling you deeper. That's not anxiety. That's awakening. That's your soul remembering who you are and where you belong. You belong under the shelter of God, not under the approval of people, not under the pressure of the world, not under the lies that tell you you're not enough. You belong in his presence, where there is peace without condition and grace without end. And every time you try to walk away, he comes after you, not to punish, but to protect. Because love that's real doesn't stand back while you drown. It reaches in, no matter how deep you've gone. God has been reaching. Through sleepless nights, through small moments that made you pause, through people who said something that hit a little too close, through unexpected feelings of conviction when you were about to make that choice, through this very moment where he's laying it all out not to control your next step, but to guard it. There are some choices you're facing now that may look harmless, but they carry spiritual consequences. The enemy rarely shows up with open destruction. He shows up with distraction, with just enough comfort to pull you away quietly. But God knows better. And if you stay close to him, you'll know better too. He wants to sharpen your discernment again. He wants to give you wisdom before the damage. He wants to restore that hunger in you that once craved his voice more than anything. You've been chosen for too much to play with fire. Your spirit knows it. Your heart knows it. And God is reminding you this isn't just about survival. It's about revival. He wants to bring you back to life in the places that have gone cold. He wants to reignite the passion for his word.